Good evening, everybody. Um, just want to share the cycle with SPX, and I kind of shared in last week and on the weekly Substack as well, or the last video that I made on the weekend. So now we are heading towards 5200, 5195, 5185 side of range. That's where our supply really is. And this is what I was talking about, right? That the previous started somewhere here, so this is our supply, and right now, if you see that we're in the supply area, right? The way I thought it would go when I was thinking over the weekend was that from 5145, where we got these two undecisions or indecisions cancel candles, right? I thought that the first move on a Monday would be before we go up, right? That's what I was thinking. But like I also shared that there is hardly any big data or event this week. There are some Fed speakers though, right? And I do not expect a big sell-off for what to. Um, and given that what we saw in the last 2 days was a low volume, not get the dip that I expected, I started shorting somewhere. That was a very startup position, so I kind of added up here as well. So that's where I am right now, and now looking at how much we have retraced since it has met our 5200 target. From the top, we are somewhere around I think 78%. Yeah, so 78% retracement has been done, and we got some rejection towards the end of the day. And kind of sold off and almost flat, just 6 point high, right? So now this is where I think if the reversal has to come, this is where it should come. And if not a full reversal, at least still a partial reversal to touch 21 EMA on 4 hours, or at least go back to 51.45 first, even if there is a little bit more high that can be done. So why I'm saying that little more high done. I mean, initial thoughts when I created the or shared the path was that we had this A down, we'll have a B down somewhere here, and a C down somewhere to 4800, right? So that was the yellow path that I shared before, right? Still, this is we are still within a very much in the correction pattern, but the problem with these waves or wave 4 is that this particular B wave, what we call it, this can retrace as low as 30% or even 38%, and can go as high as 100% and sometime above that, right? So the way we counted it as A, B, and C, now depending upon what kind of structure, market conditions, and all that gets formed, like let's say there is no big event until CPI next week or PPI next week, right? I wouldn't be surprised if something like this happened as well, right? Where we take a dip, test 4145, make this move up, make a double top, right? And then we create a 5 waves down and make a flat structure from there, right? So that's called a flat wave correction, right? Where the C will come down at least equal to A, can come down in the flat scenario, right? So that's one way of looking at this. But depending on what happens in the next 1 to 2 days, let's say we reach the B target here. So what I'm expecting now is that for the next 2 days, we get a reversal formation here. That we come down gradually towards and then bounce back to 51.45 before CPI, right? So the reason I'm saying is that if B is complete, this is basically a 1-2 formation, and if the data does not come in alignment with the expectations, then we are looking at a deep 3 and a 4 and a 5, right? So basically, this count, right? So like I said, a couple of ways to resolve this. Can be a flat, go up till 250 to 60, make a double top, or we can make this 1-2 wave and then start going down, right? So for next 2 days, I think what I'm looking to do is first, of course, since I'm in a short-term puts for next Monday, and I do have some end of the month puts as well. So if I get this dip at least to 41.45 or even lower to 41.23, potentially I'm gonna take some profits out, see how it looks like, and then I may long, I may not long. I see what the conditions are, and we'll see what the retracement looks like. If this is a small dip, comes down slowly, then potentially we're gonna make our new more high towards 50 60, and then come down faster, right? And that's a flat that I shared before. Now, why I'm not looking at something like this was a wave one or wave two and a three going up. I mean, first, assuming that this was, let's say, if I have to count it this, so I would be saying this was one because this cannot be one. This is three waves, right? So one, I'll say A, B, and a C. So I got a two here. Then I'm looking at a three somewhere here, four or a five, but this already looks like it's losing momentum, right? Now saying that I'm gonna form a one, two, and then a three, four, five. Yeah, that's a long shot. That's a long shot for now. So I'm not assuming anything like that as such. We'll see how the wave B assumption that we have made before, like A, B, and C, how that pans out, and how we do in breaking the 50-50 support that I shared before, right? 50-50, 50-60, somewhere around in this area. If peers are not able to take this down next week after CPI, yeah, we are looking at bullish moves up, right? Of course, and we are looking up making highs, all-time highs, and all that. So bears on a short leash again, as they have been since last many months, and this is an opportunity. If they want to sell down and get to 4800, the things should start happening in next couple of days. And even if not in a couple of days, I do want to see the structure of, like I said, making a double top here, but that should also come in a way where we have some kind of overlap, job structure, and all that, so that it's not a very clear impulse wave formation. And we know that B waves take multiple formations, where B wave just a formation of a WXY here, like a complex wave. Sorry, a complex wave here, right? Something like that. So multiple ways. Like I always says, these corrections are very tricky. There are many ways this can play out, but like I said, the path, my primary path stays as that. I want to see a lower number in the indexes, but for that we need to break 50-60. And so far, like I said, the assumption is that it's a B wave and we will break 50-60, but we don't go with the assumptions. We'll see what price does in the next 3 to 4 days, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much. Hope it helps.